Greetings everyone. Today I would like to continue my random talk about the random stuff and basically it's the things that's happening around me. Today I would like to talk about the election. This just finished a few days ago. Tomorrow is going to be an autumn, the summer festival. Let me summon this little this stuff in this election. There were three parties. One is the Mongolia's Revolutionary Party or the Communist Party. Then you have this Mongolia's People's Party, and you have Mongolian this Democratic Party, something like that. Currently, Democratic Party is not ruling, or the Communist Party is not ruling, but some party called the People's Party is ruling. People's Party is a party of this people who want to make Mongolia independent, and they were this working with this Russian communists. Then they were overthrown by the Communist Party, and Communist Party basically built this nation, society, something like that. And of course, this economy went this so bad. The system was switched to democracy, and thanks to democracy, all this social freedoms, etc., etc. But the things this somewhat change, and some group of people declare themselves this as this somewhat this, I don't know how they managed to declare themselves so somewhat legit and win the Communist Party and win the Democratic Party. So there is this big party, this group of people who is ruling. So let me start from the weakest this candidate. It's this people's favorite or populist this candidate called Gambatar. He always talks about this justice, this there's this 300,000 poor people here in Mongolia, very poor, and this there are all those this corrupt this people on top, and we must fight, and etc., etc. So he is all about this creating a chaos in the country, something like that. You must know that he is also a Feng Shui master. For people like me who is quite sensitive towards the religious matters, he's he's an idiot. Yeah. This basically everyone trades with China. I repeat, China. And there are a lot of goods you can this bring and sell. For example, this Chinese cups, Chinese in this fabric, all kinds of stuff. But he chose Chinese religious goods, or he's importing Chinese beliefs and something like that. So you question, there's something wrong with his Mongolness. Maybe he's not a real Mongol, or he's simply an idiot. And he had this scandal with this Korean this religious cult, religious group called Moon. So he seems to be interested in all this foreign religious stuff. So he is like he's a chaos, and people simply like him because he gives Adolf Hitler-like speeches. I will put a link in the description below where this dumb people cheer for this this speeches, if the speech is so towards the justice, this power to the people, something like that. And sometimes it this brings bad and horrible results. After he lost this first round of election, he tried to mess with the second election, and he promoted this white, so-called white this voting this card. I'm not voting for anyone, something like that. So he is trying to create this problems and this chaos in the country. In my opinion, he's an idiot. Number two is so-called this horse trainer, corrupt politician. A fat guy whose one eye is like looking this sideways. He's Mr. Inkholt. My family, or even I, could this vote for this guy because he is the one who allowed us to this dig the first this first floor of a apartment and start the business. So as a man who gave this permissions, sold the land on, and start business and stuff, he did a lot of good stuff. Same time, he did sell this a lot of mining and this for foreigners. I don't know. Somehow he managed to become super rich. So he is the corrupt politician who has this done good stuff. I guess I should this how to say thank him for this. I'm having this my shop in the first floor of an apartment, and probably his this sign is in the this permit and stuff. So yeah, the reason why you do not vote for this person is that he's the rich guy, and he done things for himself. I mean, what he done for the people. Of course, he allowed certain stuff, and usually people work and people this better their lives themselves. So it's kind of hard to thank him. The candidate who won from this Democratic Party is Batolo. He's like a Putin, same time this Trump type of guy. He why he's like Trump of guy? Because he puts Mongolia first. He usually this says this Mongolia first, or Mongolia will win, something like that. And he's like Putin because he has an image of a gangster. People have this tendency to respect you if you this started business early, and you're a sportsman, and you have a sport this club, and the guys who are with you are so this big and tough. Everyone this respects such guy, and he's the one who this financed this Olympics, and he's the one the reason why we have this gold in Olympics, and he's the reason why we have the tallest statue of Genghis Khan. He did donate a lot of this in charity, like heart surgery and stuff. And one of my last video features his this lucky stamp with the words like $1,000,000 lucky and stuff. It means, you know, this in the past, someone my dad, you know, this bought this lottery ticket from him. So he did a lot of kinds of business, and his business was always towards the hearts of people. So you know, this by doing a business, you are also promoting your, you know, this name, and you are the famous businessman, something like that. So I like that he's, you know, this somewhat, you know, this capitalist, not, you know, this social justice warrior from the, you know, this communist party. Well, that's the, you know, this that's what happened, you know, in the election, and this was a how to say, somewhat, you know, this tough, you know, this election. What else? Yeah, let me talk about, you know, these things that I'm, you know, this doing. Currently, I'm trying to write, you know, this book about the horsepower, or so-called good luck. You know, this a guy who has a spear, who rides a horse, who has a falcon and a dog. One of the, you know, this symbols for the Mongolian identity. And what's his name? His name is Odun Khaan. So basically, I'm writing a book about the Odiin, Mongolian version of an Odiin. Word Odiin, Odiin or Odun means the star. Khaan is the, you know, this king, lord. So this star lord is the god of good luck and fortune. He's not a top, you know, this god like, you know, this Hormuste. He's you know, this matters somewhat, you know, this in somewhat individualistic, you know, this level. You know, this some individuals can be very lucky, some individuals can be very unlucky, and we also call the luck being a blind. So yes, like an Odin, he is a blind god of good luck who controls, you know, this the luck of the individuals, something like that. Since he has a title Khan, he should have a wife, and I'm thinking about, you know, this wife. Where did I, you know, this found his name? You know, this, you do not ask, you know, this something from the southerners, but you look towards the north. To the north, you will have some buried shamans, and we have Yakut shamans, and etc. etc. So the Yakutians have these gods for fortune, Tuluk Khan, this in this fortune-telling lord, and Odun Khaan, the highest lord. Odun in their language is the highest, something like that. In Mongolian language, word Odu is a star, so he's a star lord. And in Mongolian language, Otta means having a star. So having a star is also in this being a lucky, something like that. So I find the name of this blind god of fortune from Yakutia, and he is Odun Khaan. Yeah. What else? Wife went to countryside. I'm staying home alone, and wife did criticize, you know, the picture on the wall. There is a naked picture on the wall, and wife says, you know, this who is she and stuff. I'm like, she's like my, you know, this night sky goddess. Wife said, you know, this it's just a picture of this a girl, and she's not even your mother. So I was wondering, this yeah, if there was this photo of a picture of a goddess, it is better if this picture was an image of my mother, because this, if there is a goddess, you usually call her as mother. In this, or mother sun goddess, or mother moon goddess, because they both gave or support life on this planet. So we tend to call the goddesses as mother goddesses. So this raises the question, this if you're like into religion, if you're a girl, it is good if you take a picture and imitating a goddess, this with outfit and stuff, and leave it to your this children, grandchildren and stuff, something like that. And you can put this date on the picture and stuff. So basically I'm trying to say, send your nudes to your grandchildren. I mean the goddess nudes. Why nudes? Simply because the gods and goddesses of past tend to be somewhat this nude. Well, that's pretty much for today, and tomorrow is going to be an atom, and my channel is supposed to be for foreigners. I should be this saying happy Natam to my this Mongolian subscribers, I guess. Well, that's pretty much for today, and thanks for watching.